Hi everybody and welcome back to Value Call Centre for a surprisingly busy week considering the time of year. Now today's video is a special one which I'm going to call a day in life of a car dealer. Now this video is just letting you join me for a typical day, just one I picked at random. Missed a few things out. I went to the dealers to pick up cars with my dad. I didn't get to film that because I was so busy, but just various things that I did through my day and what you'd be doing if you decided to do this. So hope you enjoy the video, guys, and let's go back in time. Right, morning guys. This is what I've come into this morning. An absolute thick layer of frost. See, cars are all right inside, but yeah, extremely cold. Right, so we're in the old Focus Titanium and we're taking it for an MOT, so fingers crossed nothing much on this one. As a rule, 65 plate Focus, generally pretty good for test. Things that could be picked up on: bushes, obviously tyres, discs, pads. Exhaust flexes go off on these, but I can't hear any blows on it, so car's only done 54,000 miles. Drives like brand new. It's a lovely car to drive. These 1 litre EcoBoosts, very powerful. It's only 20 quid a year road tax on these things as well. But yeah, back to the MOT. Obviously people ask us all the time, why, when you're selling like the Fiesta that you sold yesterday for 2.5, the Seat that you sold for 3 yesterday, why don't you buy more cheap cars? Well, guys, they cost a lot of money to test, to maintain, and you know, you want to do everything right, and it's a lot more harder with them. These cars, it's just easier. So your profit's more there. It's harder to sell the car, but there's more profit there at the end of it, and you're selling a better car. So that is the reason why you just kind of get the markup. I don't do it. Like I've said previous times before, when you're VAT registered, everything, your bills are very expensive. So yeah, that's the reason why this car's currently up at £6,000. Even if it needs, say, £100 to service it, say a couple of tyres, that'll be another like £150. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with the tyres. Maybe some discs and pads, again they feel fine on it, but just using them for instance, maybe it's a couple of £100 there. They'll still be good money in the car. But yeah, when you take in an older car, you could be talking, if it's an older vehicle like an older Ford or something, you could be talking about corrosion, which will be very expensive. Plus, no one wants to do welding, and plus when they see that you've actually had it welded, people just see it as a rot box, don't want to know about it. So yeah. And you've got other things like brake pipes. I'd be very surprised, you know, this is a 65 plate car, I'd be very surprised if this needed brake pipes, and I'd be amazed if there was any forms of corrosion, because it's just not, it's not what these cars do. I mean, you might get minor scabs on arches and things like that, but you never get like serious corrosion. At least I've never had it yet. Anyway, we're here, guys. Right, so excellent news. Picked up the Focus from the MOT station, and not only has it passed, it's passed with no advisories. I've also had a second bit of good news, because we got some receipts for this car this morning and it's just recently had a service. So now we don't need to service it, we don't need MOT, well, we've MOT'd it, we don't need to do any MOT work. And here we do MOT work if it passed and it had advisories on things like tyres, brakes, anything we considered major, we would do as well. So even if it had passed, there might still have been some additional bills, but nothing on this one. So great news. I don't get that all the time, I'll tell you. But like I said earlier video, these Ford Focuses are pretty good when it comes to a test. What I did last week, needed exhaust flexi and a couple of tyres. Thought it might have been, you know, a similar sort of story on this one. I couldn't hear any exhaust blows. Hadn't really looked at the tyres, if I'm honest. But no, nothing, not even a bulb. So that's all great news. Another reason why, you know, you're dealing something a bit newer, it's always good. Also on these modern tests, you can see there that the sort of mileage it's been covering, which is nothing. You know, 39, 44, 50, 54. Brilliant. Now, I have got a mark on this seat. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the seat out and take it to our upholsterers. Now, there's 4 bolts to this, and it is a T50 Torx. So, I will take this out, and there's one plug, see it here, for the airbag, which is also bolted in. So you take the seat out, you unbolt that wires for the airbag, and you'll be able to take the seat out. Obviously don't start the car or anything, because then your airbag light will be on. Cheers guys. Right, so I'm across at Newcastle at the Trimmers to drop off the seat. So I've done stinking traffic because they're doing the repairs to the tiny bridge, but it is the best Trimmers, so I thought it was worth the effort. Catch you soon. Right, so I picked up the little Fiesta. Another one I've had in for test today. Out of the ones I've tested, done very well, because I've had one with pass with no advisories, another one pass with an advisory on a tyre, and another one, this one, passed with no advisories as well. That's good, because the lad I spoke to him yesterday, was hoping to get that today, so we were able to get it out. On my way along here, I did notice that it flashed it up, low fuel, and it's not doing it now, but it said, when I was on my way along, it's obviously warmed up a little bit inside the key, that the key battery is low. So I'll have to get a key battery for it as well, and get some fuel in it. Always something to do. So I think that on a Ford it is a CR2032. Don't quote us on that one, but I'm sure that that's what they are in this key. So I'll check that out. I'll pick up some batteries from, just get them from the supermarket. They're only button batteries. I'll get some Duracells. Always get a good quality battery, never get a cheap one, or they'll just be straight back on the light. And get some fuel in it, get it cleaned up, ready for the customer. I do have another customer coming today as well to look at a Vauxhall Grandland, and I've had some people in this morning as well, so yeah, lots going on today. Take care guys. Right then guys, so I've got the Fiesta back, got it fueled up, got the battery for the key, but now, obviously it's sold, but now it's been out on a test drive, it's been for a test, so now I'm going to give it what I call a freshen up. Bear in mind it's been fully valeted, but like I say, it's been out on the road a couple of times. So before it goes out, I'll redress the tyres using this stuff here. That is actually tyre dressing. I haven't been caught short. So that goes on the tyres. Makes them look nice. Then I'll do the plastics with this stuff. In an aerosol, do them with that. I'll rub it in, and they'll all look nice. The bodywork I will do with this, and the windows I will do with this, just a basic window leaf. I'll clean the alloys, and I'll hoover the inside of the car because that's got dirty while it's been on test drives. Like I say, it's been fully valeted, been shampooed, seats and carpets, but would benefit for a fresh up. The Focus telling us that I'm near to it, but it's alarm. Also, what I'll be doing this afternoon is photographing this vehicle here. This has just come in, my dad's just valeted it. Beautiful Audi A1. Do well with the Audi A1. And this one, although it's just a sport, it's got the leather bits on the interior there, all round electric windows, leather steering wheel, and the rivals to this car are things like the Volkswagen Polo. Now, don't get us wrong, the Volkswagen Polo, fantastic car, but these are just a league above. Or the likes of the Fiesta there, Audi, just a nicer car to drive. So yeah, so I'm going to get on with that, give that a freshen up. That needs to go out this evening. So yeah, I'll get on with it. Right, so I've given that a freshen up. And doesn't it look so much better for it? Give it a bit of hoover. We now look inside. Nice and clean. Customers are on their way. And whilst I was doing that, I had a phone call to say that the iGo is ready along a tyre spot. So I'll get that sorted as well. Right, so it is now 10 past, nearly 5:15 on a Friday night. Did get the iGo back from Tyre Spot. Did get some photographs done of this, but my camera went flat. So Fiesta there, did have quite a bit of interest in that, so 3 people potentially coming back tomorrow. My dad is valeting a couple of Fiestas, so we're going to try and get them down tomorrow, because obviously if one person is missed out, they might go for one of them ones. They are more higher mileage, but one of them is a higher spec and they are cheaper, so you never know. Grandlands there, did have a guy supposed to be coming out on that today, from Carlisle. I don't know whether he, on Auto Trader, they tell you the distance in the way that the crows would fly it, so I don't know whether he's maybe putting his sat nav and it's put him off, or I don't know, but he didn't turn up, which is a shame, because he did say if it goes in the meanwhile, would I let him know, and I would have done, and he just didn't turn up today, so big shame about that, because I've done that a pitch freshen as well, like I showed you with the Fiesta. Fiesta's just gone out there, a little bit of problem with her banking, but got there in the end. I'll show you outside tomorrow, because it is, as you can see, pitch black out there. Got a Peugeot estate car down at the bottom there. That, I'm supposed to have somebody else coming to see that tomorrow, and the iGo people, they're supposed to be coming tomorrow and look at, to hopefully take away the iGo if they get the chance. Like I say, got the new tyre on there. So yeah, so a few things happening. I did have a call on the GTI up there as well. He was wanting finance, and another call on the Focus up there. Have had quite a lot of sales this week, so it has been a really good week, considering that it is the very end of November, 29th, so brilliant really. Like I say, it was very, very quiet the other week, so now it's picked up. Strange that it's picked up, actually. I'm not complaining, but yeah, very, very good. See you on the next one. Right, so that was the deer that I picked. I did miss more stuff out, like it was that busy. My dad had to bring us down a sandwich, and I had to fix a lady's door handle, which I didn't show in the video, and a few other bits that I didn't show that I missed out on because it was so busy. I had to there. But just to give you an address of what's happened this week. So the little black Fiesta is sold, gone out. The iGo is sold, gone out. The Seat Ibiza is sold, but still waiting to go out. I'm going to give the guy a hand on Monday with that. He's asked if I could take it to him and then he's going to drop me back. So always happy to do so. 2 new additions that have come in today that have just been validated by my dad is this Fiesta, lovely history on that Zetec, and then the Zetec S, which is obviously better version, got the bigger alloys when you look at the two of them together, bigger boot spoiler, side skirts, different bumper bars. Both got the 1 litre engines in, both 3 road tax, young lad's dream. But this morning, God, what a morning I've had. Brilliant morning, because I was dead annoyed through the week because somebody made up a load of lies about us and just put us in a bad mood. But today, come in this morning, people are waiting for us. I've sold the Peugeot. I've sold another Peugeot 2008. Remember, it was parked where the Fiesta was last week. That's sold, but I've dropped that along the testing station. And I also have sold the black Fiesta. That was all before 11 o'clock this morning. And when you bear in mind it's the last day of November, it had been very quiet, but I've done better than anyone I've spoke to. I mean, I'm sure there'll be people that have done better than me, but other car dealers I've spoke to, been very quiet. Last week, I was seeing I was stocking up for after Christmas, and do you know what? Actually, the stock that I've got is just going to replace what's sold this week with all the stuff that's sold this week. So I'm going to have to get some serious buying done. Might even have to go look at Scotland again to see if I can get some, because we are just getting short of cars now. I like to keep a few in. When you imagine when these go out, there's no part exchanges to come in, so when these go out, then we're going to need more stock to come in. Something else I was going to tell you about, but come on. Oh yes, as well as the cars that I've sold this week, I've had interest on just about everything I've had for sale. I've had interest in the Crossland, I've had interest in the black Focus in the corner there, the Golf GTI I've had interest in, I've had interest in this Focus. Didn't have any interest in that Focus, but that's not actually on Auto Trader, because obviously with having 2 similar cars, I just thought I'd advertise one. I thought the blue one was the better colour. Had loads of interest on this Zetec S, but hasn't come to anything. And yeah, a lot of other stuff outside there has had the interest as well. I bought yet another car. Can you guess what it is? Yeah, you're right. It's a Focus. And we've got Fiat Punto to come in. A little bit of a cheaper one. Yeah, we've got a few to come in. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please like and subscribe to the channel. It makes a massive difference. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, take care.